Hello there, welcome to my 5th match of Season 57 of the Dominion League. Playing against Hakha. Oh, great. Well, loving this, loving it. Maybe I just need to clear cache or something. Very great. Okay. What do we have? What do we have? We have a token. I guess it's probably highway stuff. I mean, surely. Probably open treasure experiment. I mean, you're just doing highway festival draw. There's not really anything else to it. I wouldn't think. I guess Scholar might be okay as draw, though in practice it's not going to be like wildly different from Werewolf, I don't think. So I think we just get into it. We found the experiments, which is nice. I guess we trash here. What do you buy? Do you start with the highway or do you start the festival? I mean, they both are kind of... The nice thing about the festival is it may get you double experiment. I mean, there's a chance. Okay, Hakha gets the worst draw here. I'm going to keep trashing as long as, you know, there may be something to taking the key on the previous turn, because it would have allowed a double experiment, but... which maybe was worth it, but I don't know. The trashing is quite nice. I think we go... I mean, at some point we're going to do the draw, but I guess I'm going to do another highway here. Okay, this is a little unfortunate. Slightly unfortunate. It's not a huge deal. I think I would have trashed, but... And maybe I should have taken a Scholar on my last turn. Not that it would have helped me necessarily. I still like trashing, I think. Just the festival here. I guess they just already have the Scholar and the treasure. I don't know if you trigger. It's quite a bit of junk, right? They must have the Scholar. I mean, otherwise, why are you... What? I mean, you could just be thinking about the buys too, I guess. That's true. What did they... Yeah, hopefully they have the Scholar, because that means then they don't have Festival Scholar right here in these bottom three. Otherwise, they do have Festival Scholar down in here, which will be nice for Hakha. kind of hard to tell what was happening there. I don't super love the trails, but okay, this was pretty bad, to be honest. But hopefully the next turn will be pretty good. They must have had the scholar. Okay. I guess Highway Festival Scholar. Maybe Highway Scholar. You have 6 or 7 stop cards still. I guess he could do even the werewolf, though I don't know that's the correct play. I mean, the Festival Scholar one is the greediest. But if we draw and manage the 3 buys, we'll be pretty happy there too, I think. For now. I don't think there's like a rush to add the buy. We'll have to see. I get a nice turn. They have to use an experiment there, I guess, to draw something. This could be either very good or very sad. I thought I was further ahead on the trashing than I apparently actually am, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should have taken experiments for some more security. Of course, I'm saying this. I mean, we're always going to live and die by the... Both people have enough stop cards. Fortunately. Okay, well, this is complete garbage. Oh, well. Nothing to be doing. This also still can fully dud if we don't find the festival. So we only have a 1 or 2/3 shot here of not being incredibly sad. What can you do? I guess they're at a point where the money kind of matters. I guess you can buy all the festivals or buy all the highways. That's so frustrating. That's so infuriating. Well, they don't take all of it, which is interesting. I guess they counted and decided that that was like, oh, it was all highways. Never mind. It was always going to get there. Have to play this. Unfortunate. Well, we could take the highways, I guess. I don't know how much that matters. So they would be able to get them down to 4 still. Because I can get them down to 2. We're still living or dying by finding the scholar, I guess. Do any amount of provinces make sense? I guess there's a well, it's not a 3 pile until the festivals are actually gone, so I don't think that's really an issue. That sucked that we had to play the experiment to draw one, but let me think. We could go festival, highway, province. And then if we draw, we would have enough. Actually, kind of hard to draw. If we drew, we would have enough for 4 provinces then at that point. They have 5 buys, not a huge. They have 10, 13, not 10, 8, 11, 13. Wait, there's 9. They still have a copper. 13, 14. Oh. 5 provinces seems pretty good to get to, though. After you do that, things get a little rough. Maybe. Oh, bother. 4. I mean, they can triple province pretty easily. If I go highway, festival, might as well be a province at that point. The decks don't hold duchies well. That's something to point towards getting the provinces. Though if I don't draw it, doesn't work out so nicely. I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest. So the stop cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There would be 7 stop cards. You'd have to play the festivals, or like the festivals and the treasurers before the scholars. Otherwise, you don't even have enough to get there, period. I mean, you don't have to have the... Yeah, you do, actually. Pretty bad, pretty bad. I mean, maybe I have to play for a dud. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. I want to cry. This is crazy because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not quite. I just want to scream. They're just going to be able to pile out on their other turn, probably. I'm just going to be able to buy nothing, and I guess I can buy a duchy. Like, what? Ugh. They can't buy an experiment. I guess they can buy a trail or another baker's werewolf or something. Could buy a werewolf. Yeah. So, I mean, they're gonna have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just gonna win on their turn. They can get up to 6 buy. What are there? 8 of these gone. I have 3, 5. They can get to 6 buys. So duchy doesn't even help. I mean, I can play for another kind of dud, I guess. I mean, they may not draw everything. They're very likely going to draw everything. This is the worst game. I kind of doubt duchy helps at all. What helps? Does anything help? That's so stupid. To not even to see a highway and like get up to a province buy is so unbelievably stupid. Maybe I just have to lower. If they draw, well, they're gonna play the experiments. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Not that it really helps me all that much in any case. This is stupid. Maybe they did it too, I don't know. I'm gonna come to regret the duchy. Okay, so they also did a little bit. Right now I can pile if I don't play any experiments and they don't score. For whatever that's worth. They do probably have Festival Scholar in the next hand. I think that you're guaranteed to have that actually. So if they find trail or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh no, I can't even pile. Yeah, they don't even have to take a duchy. They can just. They can't buy an experiment or a festival, but they can buy whatever else. They can buy another werewolf. They can buy Baker. They can buy Scholar. They can buy Treasure. Maybe Treasure makes sense. I don't think it's going to help me much because I expect them to get to 5 provinces. So I can lower a little bit. Or I can score a little bit, but I'm not going to have a really great angle here. Well, they may not have $20. Now that I think about that. $20 is quite a lot of bucks. You just buy a Baker, Mystic, whatever. Treasure, yeah, Treasure's fine. They might be able to get to 20, but the 10, if they play the 2 treasures and can gain the coppers, so that's kind of a big if, right? It's not at all guaranteed. Okay. So they have 5 experiments. I'm pretty sure they have Scholar Festival. May not be all that friendly of an ordering, I don't know, to have the Scholar now. That I'm not clear on. It can certainly quad province. They have 6 buys. So they're going to be able to beat it if they draw everything and have $20. 2 treasures. 5 festivals, 2 treasures. That's 16 already. There's 2 coppers, 18. But both of the... You'd have to play both the treasures at the end, right? You couldn't play them earlier. So you'd have to draw 3. Let's say they have 10, but they have 5 unplayed experiments. Like, that's enough to draw this. They don't have that many stop cards. They just have the 3 estates, 2 coppers, 2 treasures. They're going to get there on that line. So, but I can double province. Though they still may just draw it all and take 5. I guess the festivals are stop cards too, right? Actually. Well, some of them will be anyway. I can't imagine I want this copper. That's hard to imagine. But they go 5 provinces. I would need 4 duchies total. I mean, if they buy all the provinces and duchies, yeah. 5 province double duchy for Hakha. That looks like... Oh, it can be double duchy. It can only be single duchy. Well, still, that gives 36. I would need a lot. I hate this. I hate this so much. think 2 provinces for sure. We could go Scholar Festival. I think they're gonna end up playing the experiment, so I don't think that's like, I don't think that pile out's an issue. Maybe the experiments are better though. Okay, they're playing some experiments first. Either a good sign or not a good sign. one of those 2 things. I don't think you want to play too many of them before the Scholars, but maybe I'm wrong. I think they're gonna just be there. Fortunately. Well, they're playing Trail there. Where's the Scholar? That's one I'm not fully getting. Well, this at least is like a province hand. Maybe even a double by the time it's done. Which is something. We find Scholar, it probably just went. Did they just already have the Scholar in hand and it just wasn't? I'm confused. I'm confused about where the Scholar was in these shuffles, but maybe it was here. Maybe it was turn 12, it was here. That could make sense. Not good shuffle for Hakha. If we find a Scholar off any of these, or even just chain some more highways, we'll be in good shape. Otherwise, we'd also kind of risk a secondary dud after a second here. They should be okay in their next shuffle. I mean, this is like, there's where, I mean, there are festivals down in there, right? There are 5 festivals down, or 2 festivals down in there. I mean, it could be a little bad still, but I do technically now have a 3 pile, though I think I agree. Like, if I get all of this stuff in play, it'll be enough to score anyway, so it's fine to lower the experiments by 1. Lowering them by 2 or lowering the festivals would be pretty questionable, I think, because I could potentially get to the 4th buy here. Or in general, I can get to the 4th buy without drawing everything. Though, to be fair, it's like a small, you know, it's not the most likely of outcomes to hit 4 buys, but not 5 buys. Certainly lowering to like 2 or 3 would be much more risky. They haven't really added money though, so, well, I guess they bought the provinces, so they don't need to be able to afford 5 provinces now or anything. They just need to have 16, which they have easy, relatively easy. They could second dud. I mean, they're gonna have 2 festivals, and they've got Werewolf. I guess, well, no, there's no way the Werewolf's in hand. They would have played it. Unless they just believed. I guess you could not play the Werewolf if you believed you weren't getting to the... If you believed you weren't going to get to... Surely you would draw on. I find it impossible to believe that you wouldn't play a Werewolf under that Certainly you would think about it, and there wasn't any thought, so I'm going to assume this is just stop cards. Okay. Trail, I think that's fine. Okay, well, 9. I can get 8. 8 isn't a particularly helpful score, is it? I wouldn't say so. It doesn't do anything too nice. Am I gonna buy the estates? That doesn't help, does it? I guess you can get an experiment buy out of it if you do that. I guess I could also buy not provinces, since 12 is a little more likely. Shame we didn't hit a couple more highways in here. Double province would have been a bit hard for Hakha to catch. We didn't build the best decks of all time. So you're kind of pressed by the piles to green at some point. I wouldn't say the piles were the decks were the greatest of all time. I mean, I can force Hakha to get 4. Maybe that's the play. 333. 3 would be a little hard to beat though. It's really going to come down to the order of this stuff as far as the festival scholar thing. They also reacted with trail without knowing what was on top, which is a little bit scary. Hopefully they drew a festival. They didn't, you don't get to see physical reaction to it. Province experiment could be a thing. Let me think. If they get 3 anyway, it's kind of tough. I guess it's not. You got to think of the world where they're able to get 3 provinces. They probably have a couple duchies too. So I think we just do it and see. Probably it goes kind of bad, but do a festival. Not playing 2 festivals and then a scholar real quick though, so that's kind of nice. Now they're thinking between the werewolves and the scholars and stuff. If we found scholar, it'd have been GG's. For sure. We would have, well, okay. I mean, we would have had enough. So they're playing the experiment to get another festival down, I guess, before scholaring. This unfortunately sort of looks like, well, they're thinking about the treasure, so maybe it's not done, or maybe it's stopped. Otherwise, you wouldn't play the, like if you had scholar, you wouldn't be thinking about copper. You would just be playing it, taking key and going. Okay, I guess you put the coppers in. That's kind of weird. I guess it's better than not having them in the discard. There's still experiments left. This is obviously way more than enough. Well, this was going to win against me anyway, because this was quad province, so. All right, well, that board, oh no, I just don't want to play. I'm going to and keep hitting the mute thing while I'm trying to hit Control-Shift-R here. I'm going to certainly let my Dominion.Games subscription lapse the next time it comes up because I'm not going to pay for this crap anymore. It's just gotten so bad. And there's literally no hope of it getting fixed, so. There's just nothing here. There's just absolutely nothing going on here. I guess you can I don't think the engine works. The engine, quote unquote, you know, there's no trashing. There's a little bit of village, but there is raid conquest, which is kind of funny. You can't really get the buys to do it usefully, but or at least it's pretty hard to. The buys in the draw. There's some like funny stuff you can imagine trying to make happen, but I don't think you can actually get there. I think 5-2 is pretty good. I'm not sure what angle to go for on it. If it makes sense to do a livery as the first 5 and then pick up a pirate. It's very weird. Stowaway seems fine. I don't think it's like a huge deal one way or the other. I mean, you know, I think it's pretty good, but I don't know that I can afford to take a TR yet, though I do plan on getting one. You can top deck it. Pretty fun. Well, I was gonna buy a pirate, but since this is this way, I think I'll just buy a gold. Well, that was a little unfortunate. What am I supposed to do? I bottom deck the pirate. We could buy a tiara. I still don't really believe the stowaway stuff works, but maybe it does. Maybe it really, truly does. Mine and nobles. Interesting. Let's see. I wonder if there is a world where we can ever get the we could buy like a cavalry. 12 would have been kind of nice. I might have gone double nobles there. Exciting. I wonder if this stowaway stuff is gonna pay off like in time. Because then you have to switch to buying pirates. Which isn't necessarily the most exciting thing of all time. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, we don't have enough for the raid and the conquest. That's what I call bad news. That would have been pretty cool. IMO. Let's do a raid. Do we top deck them? I mean, we could. That was going to be our best shot at getting some kind of raid conquest thing. We can just top deck 4 silvers and buy a province. The old double raid, you know, give them the minus card. That's why the conquest would have been cool there. Not only because it would have been 4 points, but, you know, for all the reasons. Because now we don't have the, unfortunately now we don't. Like here we'll be able to tiara. This would have been nice to have the livery for, but that's okay. Well, we could draw. I guess we can try and cavalry to it, which is not crazy. On the other hand, we do just have 12 already. Well, I guess that's the upside, right? We can, if we hit it, we hit it. If we don't hit it, we still have province. Anyway. I mean, we could try. We could do a second one. Sorry, I meant to. Sorry. Line. We can spin. I mean, we'd still have. Oh, I should have known there was a tiara though, and not played the silver. Well, I mean, just in general, it was kind of stupid. Well, we had another buck, or another $2, just one more buck, right? I don't know that it mattered too much. Not my greatest maneuver of all time. Is it $2 or one? Well, let's think about it. Copper, tiared copper plus a silver is $4. Yeah, it's one more buck. Okay. Look at all these stowaways. Bum 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 bum. Buys a silver. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of conquest action going on here. This is stupid still. Oh, I blew it. Well, I didn't know they had a pirate, to be fair. In my defense. I don't know how big the raid conquest stuff will ever get for Hakha. I maybe ought to have just top decked the cavalry back when and played the horses before the shuffle too. That instead of just worrying about the livery. Though there was a chance of drawing the livery dead if I did that, but the nobles aren't so great. Where's my pirate? My pirate has been hiding the whole game in sad fashion. This is just the typical stowaway thing though, right? Like you play stowaways to play more stowaways. Maybe this will be the big turn where it pays off. This is a lot, actually. Fortunately, they can only do one conquest. And they can't do 2 raids in a conquest. They can only do the one thing, you know. But it's like 8 or 9 points. Something like that. Maybe 10 even, I'm not really sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 8 points, I think. Pretty good number of points. I don't think this. I mean, I guess the advantage here is hakha3 does kind of then turn into a deck that can buy provinces or whatever. I don't know that it's sustainable to get. This isn't quite as big as you want. Like you really, really want $1 more or $2 more, like pretty badly, which is similar to where I ended up on my turn, on that one turn. Or another $1 would have been quite valuable. But they still have, they probably can do this like one more time pretty well. This is kind of weird, like I mean, I guess they decided none of these 5 silvers were good enough to top deck, but this one was. Which I'm not even saying it's wrong. Maybe 2 is the number you want up there. I could certainly believe that. We do at least get to react the pirate, which helps quite a bit here. Helps a little bit anyway. Maybe they're gonna just pile, I don't know. Wouldn't be too surprising. See, like here, this is where the raid, you can raid once and double conquest, which is like gonna pass me in points here. So they did gain a TR, not a silver, so it's not. You could try to cavalry, I guess, once, and you might draw silver. That would be worth a few points, but what's more, even 2 raids, you can't triple raid conquest, so you're down to 2 and 1 no matter what. You could buy a silver raid double conquest. Maybe that's the most points. You could have raided and then cavalried. Because the silvers you draw pay for the cavalries. And that would give you more if you did a second raid then, but you know, I don't know how much exactly that does for you. They'll probably even still, okay, I was gonna be really mad then. I was gonna say they'll probably even have a pirate still there, but they don't, so that's okay. They're not durationing anything. We unfortunately didn't hit province. That would have given us maybe an outside shot. I don't really like lowering anything at this point because of the, but I mean, even conquest is sort of lowering. Province would have been very helpful. I mean, we can just take a duchy even, but I do wonder if there was a trick with cavalry to get a little extra, but I'm not sure that any of it actually scores more. This is a bummer. I mean, if I was at 35, I would feel, you know, in my heart that there was something still happening. Kind of don't feel that there's anything happening in my heart now. I don't know if this is going to pile out or anything. Oh, wow. Okay, just province. I was going to say that would have been that was again $1 away from being able to do raid conquest, which is kind of nice. Well, raid conquest with you know, 4 silvers in play, which is a bit different than this one. So I could score 5 or so here. Not super compelling amount of points to score. Yeah. Unfortunately, here you kind of have to play this even though it's likely to just be sad. We may end up just piling duchies or something. No one's turns are going to be super, super good. I don't think. Like, this is... this is a very bad turn for Hakha. Oh, no, there's more. Okay. It's not that bad. Kind of looks bad, but it's... Well, it's still pretty bad. I mean, in terms of what you want to happen, it's pretty bad. Well, province is fine. It's like, whatever. Province estate was probably totally fine. I'm dying. I'm just hitting 7. I'm just hitting 7. And it is not helping. I'm not sure if you know, if I don't know if that one hand had been a province hand, how this would have played out. Hakha probably still is just fine. Right now this is 10. I can gain a silver 10. I can do a 5-point conquest. Probably what I'll end up doing. Even though it kind of risks some pile lowering. It's about as good as I can do, other than maybe cavalry. But I'd have to hope that the cavalry was giving me. Okay, there's a problem. Well, that's safe enough. Whatever. I'd have to be fairly confident that the cavalry stuff was giving me additional silvers to put in play, and that I was still going to have the money, none of which is guaranteed by any stretch. It's probably still worth doing. If I had to guess. I don't know. The other option here is to just run it. We get 3, 4, we get 6 points. Isn't super exciting. Okay. We have not drawn an additional silver. How many nobles do I have? I could now play the nobles for village and top deck horse, top deck cavalry, eesh. What do we think the world looks like? Do we think, I mean, we get to draw 3 cards. Do we think we draw more silvers? What do we even have right now? We don't even have the $10. Right? Or I should undo one of these plays. We don't even have the $6 right now for the, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just at 10. We don't even have the, guess we could put coppers on top, or tiaras. The tiaras are like putting a silver on top. I mean, we could put the, do we have enough to do raid cavalry? We put the 5 silvers on top. Start buying cavalries. Dun, 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 dun. Now then that runs into some other issues, but I kind of don't think we're going to have enough money for this to do anything. Unfortunately. It would have been funny to have this spot and have like 2 liveries down, because then you could do a lot more, but we need to draw. We still only get, we only get like 9 points, right? And it basically, it basically piles out. Ugh. We're not netting money, and it's not really possible for us to net money either. There's just not anything in there. Oh. I mean, there's a gold in there somewhere, but oh, what are we doing? It's funny, I could have maybe just taken province, or not province, but like a big conquest, and maybe Hakha doesn't end though. Because Hakha didn't do anything on their turn. Oh, what are we doing? This didn't work. Oh, there's a... There's something. This is not something. Is there another tiara? Do I have another tiara? All right. We didn't get there. It was not making money, unfortunately. We had too many green cards. I don't know if it would have worked at some point when I did the if I had done the raid earlier. I mean, it still wasn't going to score enough, right? I'm 14 points behind. I don't know if there's any kind of world where my deck... It's got too much copper and green at that point, I think. Oh... Okay. So the draw is a little weak. Mercenaries probably pretty good. There's some other trashing, but the copper trashing... the copper trashing is not ideal. You can imagine going for some other things, I think, but I don't. Do you think Way the Camel should be good eventually? You don't have to double Urchin. You can buy some other stuff, but I think Messenger for the giving your opponent Urchin probably doesn't actually help you all that much. Though if you hit this, then you know. If you hit, well, okay. If you hit all this, then that's a completely different. This is after an Urchin attack. This is just, can't do it. Can't deal with it. Cannot handle it. Maybe I should camel there, I don't know. But that is unfortunate and unpleasant. Can't wait till Merc has played this turn. This I blame on Messenger. I would never blame Urchin for anything. This I blame fully on the Messenger. How do I activate these? Okay. Maybe we'll hit Minstrel. That's a big nope. This is nice. Maybe we're okay. We shouldn't mentally resign this early. There's still quite a bit of game to play. Of course. So there's all that. The buy is still always going to be, or not the buy, the draw. It's going to continue to be a bit of a pain. How do you gain the golds? Because eventually you're going to want to gain the golds. Maybe Storyteller into replace. This is actually a little awkward, right? You could just draw into Castle or something and not have a mercenary play. Oh, I hate that. No, I don't hate that. That's fine. What am I talking about? I guess now would be the time to play the vassal, but alright, let's do this here. I would like to buy a where are we at? And I would like to buy a replace. And then this is going to hit us 5. Maybe play this slightly wrong order. No, it'll be okay. It'll still be clean shuffle. Okay. So it'd be good to do. Yeah, we're still going to have to figure some stuff out here. Don't really know what, but how many coppers do I have? I still have 3 coppers. As we toss the replace. Vassalite's Mercenary, that was nice. Well, they get some help from Minstrel to make that happen. I mean, it was a blind Minstrel, but it was, you know, not unlikely post-Minstrel play. They're not just playing the Mercenary, though, so they must have Messenger or something in hand. Or they're thinking about second Okay, that was it. Makes sense, too. I guess we just toss the Urchin. I'm not sure. They're going to have 5 here as well. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. How do you proceed here? Way the camel's obviously key, but it's still not clear. How you're gonna make it all happen. I'm gonna probably need a messenger at some point. I don't know what gaining is kind of. Anything you gain here maybe help them. They're able to camel and still have the 5, which is pretty nice. I'll blow up one of the mercs here, which is fine. They still have more copper to work through. Well, just 3. That's not super different. Should be like a little bit ahead, though not necessarily in a way that makes it particularly clear that I'm much ahead. Could go around. I think we storyteller now. Get the cards. Our goal is to like. What is our goal? Thought I had more draw than that for some reason. Well, we can't quite. I maybe should have played the copper. Could certainly believe that. Maybe should have played the copper. Who benefits? Who benefits more from like me going messenger, double messenger? Does Hakha? Do I? I mean, they might be able to do a gold this turn. I don't know. I'm gonna work off the assumption that it's me by some small amount. By some whatever amount. There's probably a little bit of a trash awkwardness for Hakha. Though if they hit all this and then Storyteller, then that's not, probably doesn't matter. So that's a bit unfortunate. Now they can replace the whatever, the messenger into a gold. Gain the, yeah, that sucks. Well, that didn't work out for me. There's a world where they don't draw quite as good, and I think I come ahead, though. I think in this instance, the messenger gift is going to allow them to probably leapfrog me the half turn, which sort of really sucks. Because they have the mercs, they can draw everything. I guess I'm the one with the urchin, but still, they have another. They can probably. I don't know if they have enough fuel to play mercenary twice. Or actions. They may not work out so cleanly for Hakha to do like gain and play on the gold here. Maybe not. But we'll find out. Okay, so they're getting it, but they're not getting to use it. So that's considerably less bad for me. What is the mercenary? This kind of sucks. This actually just kind of sucks. Well, okay. I mean, like, there aren't that many things that could be good for me here anyway, so it's not a huge deal, but I don't think I really want those yet. I'm not going to play that. Maybe I should have left the minstrel. Okay, this is the worst. I am very sad. I am extremely very sad. This is 2 minstrels. I mean, if I had kept it, I still would have been in a kind of awkward spot. I don't think it would change. I needed to probably find the vassal. I don't care what they discard, it's fine. Oh, bother. They'll probably get to do vassal storyteller, play a gold or something. Well, okay, this isn't the worst. They didn't at least play the storyteller with a gold. They're probably getting around to it, no problem, but well, this is all sad. They can do a state copper here or a state maroon. Okay. Makes sense. It all makes sense. I guess they can't draw the golds though, which is kind of nice for me. Well, I wonder if they like replace vassal into storyteller. I don't know what money they've got. Vassal replace and shoot. I don't know what. Copper. Nope. Not copper. Oh, they still had an estate. Right. Yeah. Well, this is sort of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna lose here. Unfortunately. I don't know how to make... I don't know what order I'm supposed to do this stuff in. What is there still in the trash? There's a vassal and there's a... Well... Alright. So the money here isn't really working out cleanly, which is a bummer. I am sad. Consider me sad. Well... I need a minstrel. Probably. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's our life? What is our life coming to? I didn't want to messenger a minstrel because then they get the minstrel and then on their turn they can messenger minstrel. Like, I don't even get one. Which isn't cool. IMO. Ideally, you get to do storyteller on a gold at some point, but whether that ever happens, who knows? One more, the $3 more. If I could have held back $1 for storyteller some way, the card, I just didn't have that fine control. I didn't play a copper or a peddler or something like that. I don't think I had fine enough control over it to make it work. Maybe I just super overdrew, but how many cards did I draw when I played the storyteller? So I had 5, plays 1. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I drew 4. I didn't. So if I had done 2, if I had just done 2 and still had, I guess, a messenger in hand, I think we still end up a card short that way as well. So maybe we have more money. I'm not sure actually. It may end up being about the same. I'd have to go back and play it out. It's possible that it gets me to give me a buy a vassal or something, which would be nice. I ended with $1. I spent 5 on a minstrel, so it's like getting to 8 or 7 is nice there, but 6, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess you could maybe double vassal, wouldn't be insane, but so maybe 6 is nice. Like maybe it gets to 6 and that's nice enough. I could believe that. I'm not even sure though that it gets you any extra money. You should be able to still guarantee finding a gold, I think. I'm not sure on that actually. As long as you can, well, no, because you can't put the. Maybe it's not even any chance of extra money. So Hakha hands out urchins to get back in the attacking game, so to speak. I mean, I think the plus card is not nothing for sure. So I think that's totally reasonable. I should have some play here. Unfortunately, this is a chore of a board, chore of a kingdom to play correctly. It is not easy. So that is also a thing here. That we sort of have to keep in mind. I don't know what keeping that in mind means in this context, but all right, 6 are gone, 2 in the trash. So there are 4 hanging out there. I think I just have the 1 messenger now. If I want to gain and play gold, it's really got to be on a gold trash itself, which isn't necessarily unreasonable, but you know, it's a thing. That's just the way. I'm just saying those are the facts of the matter. We do have another vassal hanging out somewhere. I guess at some point we can go vassal. Wouldn't be crazy. How do we make this work? There's still all this junk. Whoa, this is a hard one. We could trash a minstrel. To a gold, I guess. We actually probably do have the actions for that. What if we get $8 and a buy? What if that's our goal? We say, we're going to do that. Good job, us. And so in order to do that, we add another gold to the deck. Well, that's a lot. We say that's our goal. We may trash a minstrel in order to do that, actually. Go minstrel, then that doesn't work. Not that particular method of trickiness. That doesn't quite work. Does it? Well then, I have a merchant and 2 golds in. Well, there's just the one. It's just a gold and an urchin right now in the discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do we make this work? You could certainly just be the person with more of the minstrels. That's not crazy as a concept. And I'm getting antsy. I just need to start playing because I'm starting to feel weird. Not like a good weird. Like some would say, like a bad weird. Okay. 2 urchins on top. Hooray. We can go. How do we make this work? Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I wasn't supposed to have played that minstrel yet. That I could believe. That I could believe. I think we could have got another draw out, which would have been really nice. I should have played not the minstrel yet. That was really bad. That was like super bad. I'm gonna hope that this doesn't lead to a pile out, though I'm not totally sure that it doesn't. This may give Hakha a pile out. I don't know. It's quite a few buys, actually. I mean, there's 7 things. One of them can be 3, but then you still need 3 more. You have to have the money for it. And point. You have to score point. I mean, I guess you could take a tie, but... So while the messengers are there, it's not not a huge amount. A little hard to lower though. Yeah, it's so many gains, actually. It's actually just so many gains. It's like 8 gains. 8 gains plus minus 2, I guess 2 of them are bundled, but so 6 gains still. No way. Not a shot. No chance. I keep kind of thinking this is like Market Square, but it's really not. It doesn't function the same way, like at all. You can kind of... No, it really doesn't. But that's kind of where my mind is as far as the acceleration, but it's not that powerful. It just doesn't go that much. I don't know if Hakha can lower like the messenger urchin stuff at all, if that's going to be safe. I would expect Hakha to probably score some here. Probably with a replace, like a replace into a gold into a province, something like that. We'll see. They do kind of have the nice thing of being able to... They still have them. They're the ones with the messengers. With the 2 extra messengers. There's 6 gone. I have 3. I guess 3. That's quite a few. They have 3 messengers, so like at least one of those is surely expendable. I would like to get Gold's province and a storyteller, which is, you know, now that I've said it out loud, quite a few things. But, you know, that's what I would like. I wish I had played my turns correctly. That would have been valuable. Okay, there goes a replace gain. Do they have draw here? I mean, are they scoring some, or is this just buy the gold? Maybe they can buy province. Maybe they'll have 2 golds. I don't know. I don't actually know what these cards left are. One's a minstrel. Maybe minstrel and gold and something else. I don't really know. I guess a messenger, right? There's still an unplayed. Maybe it's minstrel 2 messengers. So they're just gonna buy the gold. That makes sense, I think. Yeah, I mean that all seemed pretty good. Looked pretty good to me. Probably gonna beat me, but we gotta believe in ourselves or something. I don't know exactly what. Maybe believe in ourselves. Seems a little overrated. Can I pile? This is the first card you gain. Okay. I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna go ahead out on a limb here and say no. Do we play the minstrel first to see what kind of world we're working with? I don't know what we need to say for replacement targets, if anything. If anything. If we replace something into a gold, get some golds, hooray. Replace another gold into a province, that's cool. We could replace one gold into province. Well, I don't know, the gain and play may be essential in practice here. But we could think about doing something somewhat similar to whatever it was that Hakha did last turn, where I do like replace vassal into storyteller by the gold after playing some camel stuff and gain the province from the. It doesn't really up our replace stuff. Maybe we can be a little more ambitious. I don't know. It's all a bit unclear to me. For sure. How much should we draw here? 6. Let's go ahead and play one of these vassals on the thingy. Okay. And we should be able to utilize gain and play. Like, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've got gold, copper, and another card. 3 cards in the discard. Bleh. Also possible that some of these terminals, like the messenger, is just more valuable played as camel. That one's a real puzzler to me. Frankly. I'm already unhappy with whatever I've decided to do here. Draws a mercenary, okay. This doesn't quite get us to the money stuff we want. I guess there's something to be said for not caring too much about getting the camel train immediately. Or not getting the golds right off the bat necessarily. Um, we can do a little bit of this stuff. I mean, do we think Hakha can pile out? It's like the same situation with respect to the pile out, right? I guess they added a replace. Maybe it was kind of nice to have the golds already in deck. Oh well. There comes a point where you also need to think about doing like Merc Trash on the curse to the, and another card even. So maybe you just wait until you have the... We're going to unfortunately be... If Hakha like double provinces, which seems pretty doable, I'll probably just be toast anyway. I guess maybe I can quad with Mill in that situation. No, because I just don't have... The golds aren't in deck. So I don't actually have... the money in deck. Yeah, I maybe needed to figure out a way to gain the golds last turn. So it just felt a little off anyway. We have 2 vassals, messenger, 6, a gold. We can trash... If we get a curse, then that would be 2, 6, 8, 14. But some of that always gets eaten up by the storyteller. I don't think it's there. I don't think it's going to be there either, but... I think Hakha is like incredibly safe here to just take 2 provinces and just wait. You know, just maybe if you can add a storyteller too. But otherwise it's like fine if you don't. Because Hakha has a lot of golds in deck. I think we've gained 12 of them. That means there are 9 in decks. Or wait, 3 in exile. So there's 6 in decks. I think Hakha has 4 in deck. I can certainly triple, no problem. So like going to triple is pretty bad because I'll get to trash the curses while I do the other gaining and probably just win pretty easily. But 4 should be totally safe. My problem is going to be I don't think I'm going to have a lowering that I can actually do. Or I'm not going to have a green strategy that's going to actually be like tenable for me. I don't believe. They have a pile out? They can trash the... So the Merc functions as a gain now. That is true. That is true. I guess they counted it out and it works. They replace something into a messenger by messenger, give the message, but you still need $10, I think. Guess if you have 2 more golds, then that's fine. Alright, that's just a pile out. Time to revisit the login page. Oh no, we're still here. We're still here. It's a miracle. Truly. Well, I don't know. I was at some point okay. Definitely didn't do myself favors the turn I gifted on the messenger. It was not. And I don't think I made the right choices on all the way the camel stuff, but well played by Hakha in any case. This is a board with... What is the favor giving thing? Broker, okay. I mean, I guess you can do treasure broker stuff. This is gonna be weird. This will surely be odd. The plus action, of course, is the issue here. And then, I mean, frigate would kind of be an issue too against stable stuff, though it's not necessarily a reason not to build that way, because only like one person will probably get to the point of playing their frigates consistently and being happy. And one person may just be sad forever and ever and ever and ever. But it's just an odd board. Because obviously it's not easy to do any of it. I don't know what the like simplest thing is. I don't know that there's really like a clean merchant guild kind of thing you can do. I don't know if frigate money, if that works, like just so long as you're playing the frigate kind of often, maybe that's enough to discourage them, but I don't know. You can get around some of the frigate stuff, but there is technically some like payload you can play in the middle of your turn. Quite a bit, truly, if their actions weren't so incredibly awful. Plus actions. But otherwise you could do it. Yeah, this is just real action. I mean, you're gonna have to try to do the broker stuff, and that means probably eventually the treasure stuff, and that still will just be... It's not like a recruiter though. You know, it doesn't... You trash your gold, it doesn't suddenly give you Sailor is interesting because I think it's probably worse than broker here, but if you get a really nice, well, no, there's just not even like, I mean, you can, it's only going to look like really nice if you are able to sailor, which in and of itself is not that likely. I don't even know if it looks all that nice, except that you come through pretty clean the next shuffle. The copper or the estates will have died. But there's, well, okay, this kind of sucks. Can't be much worse than my shuffle. I still think I want another silver over nothing. Their sailor did miss, but it misses in a way that probably means they might have hit 5 with it. Well, it's kind of hard to hit 5 off those buys, truth be told. Nope, not allowed to draw broker with estates. Not allowed. Is this broker sailor? Did I bottom deck that? Sad times. Sad times. I don't really know what the pawns are for, other than they just thinking they're better than nothing. There's like, I'm not even sure how often they're better than nothing. There's some like awkwardness here at certain points. Real sad about this, sort of. It's not going well. Despite me mostly doing what you're supposed to do, I think. Of course I think that, but when have I ever led me wrong? Buy is so weird. Why would you get buy? I'm so confused. What kind of money do you think you're putting out this turn? Why all the pawns? I'm actually mad about the pawns. I'm actually not able to be okay with the pawn situation. Like what are the pawns? So we could get a frigate. This isn't really the right time for it. We could do a enlarge. Might be okay. I don't hate it. I can always broker it later. I'm gonna lose my mind watching the pawn be clicked through every turn. Gonna actually lose my mind. I wonder what angle is better for me, to try and draw to the sailor or to try and just put a frigate into the shuffle. Whether I just do silver into put it gaining a frigate here with the enlarge, or whether I do copper and a pawn. I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know what any of this is supposed to do. Truly. So if we get the... It's just what are the odds of drawing whatever thing. Probably we just want the frigate into the shuffle. Truly. I guess we can buy one also if we feel compelled to do that. But we kind of need to decide that now. Well, no, we don't. Okay. I guess they're just going for like a money sailor thing. I'm gonna dream bigger than that. So hopefully not so big that I hurt myself. So we've got a frigate in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy one and sailor it anyway. I have a perhaps insane belief that you can make the island folk stuff work. My fear, such that it is, my fear is that what is my fear? I'm pretty sure I have a fear. But now I can't remember what it is. All the sailors. Isn't that the wrong order? Would you not have enough money? I'll let them do it. It's okay. It was the wrong order. I was right. And that's what's important. Yeah, so it's like you place sailors and then you buy provinces, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. It's not a deck that doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to say that the deck makes no sense. But I am trying to say that I hope Island Folk turns are enough to win, because otherwise I'm going to definitely lose this game. That's the key there, is you get a pawn, right? I understand the pawns are basically just like copper, but they still just look like coppers. They let your stables be played, you know, and then you still have a thing, but they're still basically coppers in that use case. Okay. I need to buy a gold. And I need to buy a treasure. And then I need to draw my broker and my gold in the start of every single hand for the rest of the game, as well as the right combination of other things to make it all play nicely and make me happy, etc., etc. Just buying all those pawns. Love pawns. Can't get enough pawns. Hey, guess what? I'm not under attack this turn, so I can live my best life. Which apparently involves... not a lot. But, you know. I think they're going to have a frigate this turn. Yeah, I think so. I continue to believe that Hakha's deck is terrible and that it will probably beat mine, which is, you know, a message. The nice thing that we have going on here now, I'm not sure there's a nice thing. We were really close to doing the broker thing. We were like exceptionally close. We have unfortunately bottom decked the broker here, but otherwise, right? I think it's down in there. Not 100 on that, but otherwise, we would be living in the world where we get to play the broker, get a million actions, and we can do the stables while we go through the turns and stuff, and that would be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool. We can do this under the premise that we are going to, in fact, later trash something else for plus actions or whatever. Which I think is not an insane premise. Now, what that thing should be, I'm not like fully into, but we can always just blow up and do Island Folk right now. Maybe we should, well, we didn't draw it. I was gonna say, maybe we should have done it when we weren't under attack. I could believe that. Let's see. I don't know what we're gonna draw. That's an ish from me, I guess. Actions. Card buy. Do we try the buy? Okay. Okay. Now we're playing Dominion, right? Maybe. I'm going to take the key here. It's not totally clear that we are in fact playing Dominion, but we're going to kind of pretend like we are. Ooh, we didn't find a thingy. That would have been nice to find a thingy there. It's okay. What do we got? Frigate. Okay. So I could just in the provinces. I can believe it. You know what? I can believe it. I think I just start. I think I'm just like, oh, I'm going to do this gold and go. See what happens. We may draw a bunch of stables and no treasures, which would be not surprising particularly. Now Hakha's copying me. That's lame. I literally invented doing this. I'm just saying. Whatever. What are we doing here? Okay, fine, whatever. I hope Hakha doesn't steal my gold. There's a real possibility of that. They're drawing a lot of cards. They may get a broker or something and do it. They may get to do it all. Quite possibly. That would be sad. What are we doing? They had a very good turn here. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, they did toss the trade. Okay, they didn't get it all. It didn't all come through. Though maybe they're going to broker something and try it. They're copying me. I think this next turn shouldn't really go anywhere too much. I mean, it might have a pawn. It might trigger the shuffle, and then I guess you can find a stables potentially. But we're getting kind of close to a pile out. Certainly, if somebody were to, well, okay, whatever. It's not really a thing. Look at all that money. All right, they didn't steal my gold. The gold, still mine. For whatever that's worth. I guess we don't trash here. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But they did play frigate, so we are in... Cannot deal with this. The fact of the matter is that I simply cannot deal with this. What do we get now? Like another treasure? What's good? That was all of the brokers, I'm pretty sure. There might be one more. I don't know. I'm pretty bummed. Oh, well, that's fine anyway. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just buy another gold. I draw the 3 broker. That was the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Maybe. They get a gold. They just get a gold. I'm so mad. This hand is complete garbage. I'm going to cry. Cry/scream/cry. They have a choice to buy frigate and get the frigate activation or to just buy province. They're getting island folk here. I mean, there's no world where this is ever clean. Like, it's just not possible. But there have been some sadnesses that I've encountered. For sure. Maybe Hakha will annex. Just having to blow up the broker, just the reshuffle to 3 broker collision is just something else. Hakha thinking long and hard about what happens if he gives me a turn, 2 turns of no whatever. Goes for it. Hakka's screen peeking. Classic screen peek behavior. gonna pull my hair out. What do we got? How many frigates do I have? Jeez. Well, that went horrifically. It didn't go horrifically. Quit being so dramatic. There are stables in here. Right. Probably don't need more than 2 buys. We lost the other broker and went down fighting. So we don't really have that. But we do have this. Too bad we don't have like lurker or something. Then we'd be in business. Would we though? Not clear. I played both the frigates now, which means I'm gonna have to broker something the next time to be happy. Which I can live with. You at least have broker gold here. Just something. We had to lose the enlarge, which is kind of sad. I mean, it was always probably destined for that. But it is a little bit sad because it was a mill kind of opportunity would have maybe been nice, but that's just how it goes. I'm gonna hurt my back sitting here like this. Need to move around a little bit. I'm gonna walk around. Okay, well, Hakha buys a province. Does play the frigate though, so we are frigated. If we thought we could do it, if somebody out there thought, well, I was gonna say we could broker the province for favors by province if we thought we could double, but that does not seem. When we doubled, we played a lot of treasures. Not just a little bit of treasure, we played a lot of treasures. Though we did have a good amount of money. We're not going to have a sailor, though. It's probably like not technically impossible if you deck stack, but I think it's wildly unlikely. So, what I'm going to do... Okay. Okay. Oh, the frigates weren't discarded until just now. Yeah, that's okay. That's a thing. That's certainly a thing. How do we want to do this? We could go actions, then gain the gold, then do it. If we do it this way, if we just play like stables into silver, we're going to have to discard, though it, you know, it might just be a province or something. I don't know which ways give us actually. This also, I should say this also, and it'll be my luck too. They're gonna have like a turn where if I don't play the frigate, they're going to, where they're gonna have 30 stables in hand and like the treasures to play them. I really do need a province though. Unfortunately. Like this will be the one turn I don't play a frigate in a long time, and they'll have. I don't think I can trigger this shuffle though. I mean, I don't actually know what's in there. to be completely honest, there's stables. I mean, there's not stables. The stables are here. Maybe one stables. I'm not actually 100% on this stables count, to be honest. This was me drawing deck. So I'm going to say it's 3-3. This would be all the stables leaving. Unfortunately. I don't even know. Does the frigate play matter? It just depends on what they have. So, unfortunately, I feel like I probably need to do that. Well, okay. It looks about right. We do get to swing for an island folk, for whatever that's worth. They have 3 coppers, is that right? They're 9 here, I had 2 there. Probably 3. If I had had the stables in hand already on this turn, I would have had, I don't know how much money I would have had total. 9. We're just stopping here. Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and do an island folk turn. Ooh. That is cute, actually. That is certainly cute. I wonder if I didn't play a sailor there. No, I didn't have that kind of angle. That is certainly very cute. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but it is. Obviously, I don't have gold in hand, or that would be just done. Ow. That's definitely, they must have no treasure in hand, because otherwise you wouldn't trash the stables. I think you would at least play it and see what you found. That was risky. I don't know what the odds were. They had to see probably either province. Well, I don't know. Province alone may not have been enough. Milling may not have worked out there. Oh, you could have, and you would need to buy. You would need at least 2 and buy. So I guess a pawn and a province in hand would have worked, right? Because you could have gotten estate annex. But this is not very good, frankly. They can at least duchy here, which helps. Well, it doesn't really help. But it's a thing. I don't have $8. Because my turns are also garbage. I can't really play this sailor. I don't have buy. Oh gosh. This is so bad. No wait, this is enough. I counted wrong, didn't I? Cool. Yay me. I almost just was about to trash that thing for favors. Which I just probably would have worked out too. I don't think that a frigate played, so. Well, Hakha kind of gifted me that. I'm not sure that he needed to do that, but I could also see my hand. Hakha confirmed. Whoops, we need to. Wait, never mind. I'm just confused. I guess I clicked it. I guess I clicked the arrow. I've literally no memory in my mind of clicking the arrow, but whatever. All right, so we have blah, 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 a bunch of stuff, big stuff, pickaxe fortress, all this big stuff. Large draw, stampede, prosper probably, I don't know if it matters or not here, but it exists. Just race to gain a bunch of wandering minstrels and wayfarers and pickaxes and all that good stuff. So you can either go like Cave Jack or Silver Ironmonger, probably. I don't know, is Guardian worth it? There's literally nothing good to buy here, so that's something. Guardian is okay for the thing. You can't like literally activate here, but actually that's not true. You can technically activate here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if you roll the silver, you can activate, which is pretty funny. I'm not gonna even trigger the shuffle, but that is kind of a funny situation. You could discard the copper on top, and then you have like a 1 whatever 1 6 1 and 7 chance of hitting the silver draw and activating your lamp turn 4 here. But I think we just keep, and I mean, we do get to buy a pickaxe regardless. We didn't really need the Guardian, but there wasn't anything I could buy that I didn't have, unfortunately. This also does not work for a stampede. We won't have those cards. We won't be able to play the Guardian over the lamp, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's no point to stampeding here. But we can buy a pickaxe, and if we hit 5 again, we can stampede, which could be nice. Even though that could whiff as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get a loot here, I think, and stampede. Well, gosh, it could backfire too. The chalice would be a depressing existence of a thing. I'm going to try it. Okay, we get sword. Cool. Cool. We do attack them in a way that most likely doesn't matter. We'll try to draw around here and get it. I don't know if we'll make it or not. Do we make it? We did make it. Okay, cool. All right, so how much money do we have here? Are we gonna get to draw anything? No. 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're really close to having Stampede again, but we probably don't need it at this point. Can Wish gain Wayfarers? How much does it? Up to 6. Does Wayfarer cost 6 when you're doing normal stuff? I think it does. If we had gotten the sword here and we could have gone... If we'd reshuffled into the sword and the lamp, we would have been... We would have gone like Wayfarer Stampede, and that would have been something. This is already something, to be perfectly honest. So let's go ahead and get the Minstrel. Hakha probably activates here. I actually haven't been paying attention to when Hakha played the lamp, but I'm going to assume Hakha activates here. This I'm going to go It's not actually clear how good the. I guess you gotta go menstrual. Goes ahead and buys a pickaxe, which they already have a bunch of villages, so that, you know, I think makes sense. We didn't hit the pickaxe, unfortunately. Kind of wish I had the 3 villages, right? You know, if I kind of wish I had Hakha's deck, but maybe I'm ahead still. I did have trashed more of the estate, so that's something, I suppose. I don't think Prosper makes any sense for like maybe ever, but certainly not for a good long while. Maybe we go Minstrel Pickaxe. We are gonna need to get additional pickaxes. It's kind of a awkward thing, right? Because we're doing this Minstrel draw. You do need to trash the coppers out. Okay, hot cooked out a battery shuffle. It's cool. I'm down for that. This isn't the most exciting. I think buy is also of like pretty good vet. Plus the loot stuff can be really nice here. So we'll keep the pickaxe, and then I think we'll go. I guess there was like a world where we could have thought about stampeding there, but I think I need some of the permanent good cards here. The fortress is fine. You just don't need it for the pickaxe tricks for like a really long time, I don't think. It'd be hard to imagine the wishes aren't just all wayfarers here, but maybe one's a pickaxe. Those are the wishes done. I wouldn't have minded Chalice or like, I don't know, Sexton is actually really good in this deck. Because it's not uncommon to get to the end and have like a treasure junk thing, maybe a partial part of your deck junked, which it could have some nice value there. Prize goat, pretty nice here, for sure. You just minstrel wayfarer, right? There's no. We're just gonna throw these piles. I mean, you don't have to get literally all the minstrels, of course. There's tons of. Here we lose the pickaxe, unfortunately. We've left Guardian, which is whatever. So if I had the Guardian in hand, I might just trash it, but I might trade it for a silver. That's not 100% clear to me, but whatever. So do we want more buy? I guess we can split the difference here. We could do one silver and one trash, copper trash. We get Jules. Jules is quite nice here. Truly. I don't want to go like too. I would rather, keep the control here. And like go wild on the pickaxes. We don't quite have enough for. We could get a cave. I guess I could have. I mean, I could have blown up the jack and gotten more money here. We can only do 3. We don't have enough for. Well, we could go Secret Cave, Wayfarer, Menstrual. I'm kind of regretting this, and maybe the pickaxe should have done the jack, but we'll see when we have our next turn. Because 16 would have been kind of nice here. Potentially. Do we want a fortress just for the option later on, or the threat? Present the threat. I knew this was gonna happen. Well, okay, Hakha also died, so it's not such a big deal. Not a huge deal. Hakha also died here. Okay. We need to green. Hakha may be able to green a little bit here too. Oh no, Hakha double died. That's rough. This makes me feel like the how I felt during the festival scholar thing. Yeah, this is tough because I mean the doubloons is pretty nice probably. Hakha probably needs to single province here. If I had to guess. Yeah. I don't know if there's any kind of I mean, what's going to be tough is I'm going to be able to... I don't know when we start getting the silvers either. Ideally, you've counted more of the deck. In an ideal world. We're not living in one of those, probably. Because it would be kind of nice to go double province minstrel top deck. Maybe minstrel ironmonger top deck. Or minstrel fortress top deck. I think you don't gain silvers now. That's like a end in turn thing, in my opinion. I do think I'll probably take all the loots here from Fortress. I don't know though. Maybe you triple. How much money can you get if you can double how much money do I have? That is a question. Okay, this is like pretty close to telling me the answer to that. So there's definitely a copper. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe 22. Can Hakha quad? Quite possibly. So I don't think we triple. But 24 could be nice to do double, like a double minstrel top deck or something. I don't think that's going to unlock a pile out. Even with a hammer or something. Maybe. So anyway, 4, 5. Did I miss that before? 4, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 23. Maybe we do want 1 silver. Whoops. Okay. Well, that probably doesn't matter too terribly much. What are we looking at here now? I don't think I even got up to what I thought about getting to. Well, maybe with 1 I'm okay. So it's not a big deal. I think I'm going to lose the jack. Okay. I also don't know if I have the... You know what else would be kind of nice would have been a whatchamacallit. The draw one. The I don't know what it's called. I don't have any idea what it's called. But you know, the one that draws. I don't know if Hakha can get to... I don't think with a hammer is it possible. You know, the one that does the thing. It's a figurehead. Figurehead, that's it. Hakka's not gaining silver, so that suggests that Hakka's not going very far. Also, that was... Oh, that was just already dead. Okay. Seems like a fair resignation. I mean, you could wait for my turn. That's usually my take whenever it's like that. It's like you could just see if I have the Wayfarers or not. But obviously, I'm in a reasonably good position to have them. Okay. What is going on here? Do you go open like research shaman or research enchantress? Okay. I guess eventually you do stuff. I don't know what you can do. Plus buys is just really weak here. But you can build a Cursed Village Galleria thing for sure. Like, no reason why that's not possible. 5-2 would be real good. Unfortunately. I'm not sure if this should be Shaman or Enchantress or what, but we're taking on junk already. Not good. The Vampire, very good. No, you Vampire 4. I guess maybe I'll resign. I guess at least I get the research back. My guess is this won't probably manage to keep up in any case, but I didn't think of the fact that the shaman was going to give it back to me until it was back in my hand automatically, or until the window popped up and it was presented to me. So, to be fair, it was not as bad as I thought it was because of that, but so maybe it's not resign. Maybe it's live and fight another day. I don't know. We'll find out. This is a bit of a bummer on collision here, but I guess that's just kind of... It's not that weird. Certainly a bummer, but not that weird. It would have been... I guess the bummer is hitting 4 instead of 5. Maybe that's the bummer. Anybody know exactly what the bummer is specifically? Anyway, if someone can let me know, that would be great. Just try another shaman, or we could try another research. I mean, they aren't super different. Depends a bit on where you are on the estates, I suppose. I may be doing okay. They have a lot of estates. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out. Did they not have the shamans? I would think you would play one of those, but maybe it wasn't in hand. Well, one of them had to be in hand, but I would think you play one of the shamans first, but maybe if you... I don't know. Depends on what you have left. What's still in the deck. Certainly. Top deck something. I don't want to top deck something. Okay. I think I want another vampire. They take miserable, bad omens. Those omens sure are bad. Think we take a den here and really go for the big, go for like trash into Curse Village if we're like lucky. Something like that. I don't know where my trashers are. This was not a great shovel. I guess we got omened, part of the problem. But we're not getting cleaned up here. We're probably gonna just draw Enchantress and like I don't know, whatever else, but definitely a second Enchantress. Uh-oh, this is a very good turn. This is a frighteningly good turn. A turn that I'm good, that is so good I'm afraid. Maybe I should have bought a Galleria instead of the second Vampire. Well, I mean, if we find a Cursed Village, it might not be the worst thing ever. I should have discarded the Enchantress in anticipation of the two cards I'm about to draw here. One of which is another Enchantress. Oh no, it didn't happen. We got the good stuff. Now we're playing with something. Okay, well. There's some... Should we get a second den? I feel like the fight here is still get clean. Not take the Gallerias yet, but... Receive Hex, top deck. I'm diluted. Ooh, I am diluted. That'll make next turn a little annoying. Certainly. So what okay, given that fact, what kind of stuff do we want on top of our deck? There is a bat down in here too. I think it's like research. There's a shaman. Another Cursed Village. Envious. That's the real killer here. This is... I should have... There was no way to actually avoid that, but... I could have bought the Den of Sin and then play the Vampire to gain a Cursed Village. That would have done it. That was my mistake. Well... We're probably just trashing next turn, right? We're gonna see if people get clean here or not. Pretty clean. The coppers are still flying around, but the estates are starting to accumulate in the trash. Maybe should have just been a Galleria. How does diluted work? Where's my diluted button? I also only have bats. I don't have the vampires now. I would have figured there'd have been like a little symbol under my name while I'm diluted. I guess it doesn't appear until my turn, or it doesn't appear until the start of my buy phase. I guess that makes sense, but it's kind of weird. To be fair, it is sort of a weird effect timing thing. I mean, it's already on me, but it isn't hurting me until that point. Who knows? Hakha probably has enough control here that it's just a wrap. This turn might be okay for me, but I don't think it's going to be okay enough. They're just not really quite enough that I'm doing here. Guess I'll just take a copper. Hooray! I didn't get to the Enchantress, which sucks. I didn't get to the Den, which sucks. I get to trash a bunch, which is cool. You know, it was okay. I didn't want to see Galleria. I didn't really want to see Cursed Village, but I wouldn't have minded seeing some other stuff. We're going to be clean. I'm just going to be clean and a little underpowered. This is all a bit funky given that there's hexes involved, but it's whatever. Because like he knows this hex doesn't hurt him in that direction. But it's fine. It doesn't matter. What are the... Why do I still have so many of these? I just trashed 4 of them. I just trashed 6 of them. Why are these my shuffles? What did I do? I mean, I know my deck isn't that, but still, this is like 3, 2, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just garbage. Probably it's just garbage. I don't know how many coppers I still have. We have gained a few. We've hit what you would call it, greed, I think, a couple times. I don't think it's gonna work out. It's funny, it's not really a very good, even when you're doing all this, it doesn't really become exciting particularly. Anyway, I'm okay with taking the 2 games, I guess. It's going to make making the finals pretty difficult, but... Well, I guess mostly this division is largely up in the air. There's not a whole lot there's a lot of matches unplayed, so it's kind of hard to say, but certainly a 2-4 makes the chances of making the finals much worse in that trivial way that it does. This was not the worst hand of all time, given what I was starting from, but If Hakha doesn't pay a little bit of attention, there may be some 3-pile stuff that could happen. But it's not a huge risk, I wouldn't say. This is like 2 bats, or not 2 bats, 2 vampires bottom decked, which isn't ideal. I think there is at least research, and it's like Den. It's like Den, 2 vampire. I don't know, maybe something's gone. What did I play? Maybe it's Den, research, and 2 vampires, which isn't the cleanest thing here. But I guess it works out. Courtyard seems a little weird. I mean, I guess it's as good as what anything here at this point. Yeah, that's probably the better 2. I mean, there's definitely some worlds where you'd prefer a shaman, but this is actually like dangerously close to just giving me a 3-pile. I think if I could stack deck, I'd be not a million miles away from it. I don't think we'd get there. This helps a little bit. I don't know that we would get there, but it's kind of a strange gain. We don't need the point, and we wouldn't need the estate. Our problem is going to be money. But like, we could get the Cursed Village, we could get a Sage, and then we would just need, I guess we'd still need $15. That's quite a few dollars. That was unfortunately one of the Gallerias gone there. We still did not manage to hit a, well, we would have needed the Gallery to stay. That was the bummer there, is the Galleria going. One of several bummers. So I guess I can try a rush duchies. I don't think that's gonna work out. My best guess, anyway, is that that does not, in fact, work out. I'm going to have a million cards in my hand already. They're just not any good. Is there a path? Do we believe that there's a path? What would that path be? Triple Galleria. We can lower real badly. That is the world. Or that's when you start approaching the... I'm just going to go ahead and lower. Though I think they're going to double province, probably. Oh, now I'm equally miserable. I just don't have any, I don't even have the action cards. Like, I don't have shamans to play out of hand or anything. It doesn't really do anything. Hakha will just like buy silver double province. If they have $19, I guess I don't know. 12. 19 is maybe a little hard to get. It's kind of cute they get to gain a den to hand there. May not help them all that much, but. $19 is actually pretty unlikely, which is what you need to double. But certainly single and maybe single plus duchy is possible. Or single, maybe single double duchy even. I don't know. They don't have a vampire. That takes that out. You're going to be able to play like a den. I'm not actually going to see much more of this hand. I mean, I don't know how, I don't think I have any way to get down to like actually drawing with Cursed Village here. Maybe I'm wrong and they just hit 19 off this. I just still have so many coppers. I still have like 6 coppers or something. That's crazy. Yeah, I take it back. They just have 19 probably. I don't know if any of these are treasures or not actually, but you can province duchy. I guess the good news is that then things start getting, you know, at least a little bit hairy. Hairy's great. Now, it's probably not going to get hairy enough for me to win. But, you know, if you can push your opponent with the deck quality into the greeny, then, you know, you give yourself a shot at least. Which is what we have gotten to here. I'm surprised they didn't have enough to do the actual double province, but I guess we just take all this junk. Can we get down to actually drawing anything? We can lower the hand size here by like 5 cards, but I don't know if that even does it. We'd still have 3, 4, 5. It would draw 1 card. And it costs us $2 to do that. Otherwise, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever we have, 5, 7, 10, 13, no buys. We don't really have a way to get by either. They have the vampire. Yeah, I mean, if they don't dud, we're completely toast anyway. All right, let's draw the 1 card. It's a bat. Hooray, bat. Okay. don't think Hakka's turn is going to be bad enough to not just get into the world of winning instantly. I expect Hakha to just win here. Only needs about... Well, you'd have to draw the vampire. Then you need 17, I guess. They had 17 last time. They're getting to play some shamans into some presumably more cursed villages, into some more gallerias, into some more shamans. It's all going Hakka's way here, for sure. This is all what you like to see. They're not quite to 17 yet, but they're not too far either. They have a silver now, so I don't know why they trashed a duchy. Like, that's just rude. I don't think it's that rude, but it's been in hand, right? Like, this wasn't... Plus, now you play the royal seals, now you have to mess with them. That's just bad strategy on Hakka's end, and I will make them click through it to get there. Just to be clear. Maybe they didn't have the vampire in hand. I mean, I'm not seeing the hand, so probably all of that stuff made sense. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And one more match of League this season. Maybe if it goes super well, we might make it to the finals, but it's pretty unlikely at this day. Well, I say that. I don't actually know how likely it is. Anyway, take care.